As an occupational therapist, you look at three main components: self-care, productivity and leisure in the home environment. So we'd look at a lift, for example a Stiltz lift, on the basis of we've tried providing advice, we've looked at modifying the environment through equipment, and we can't do that, so we are looking then at an adaptation. We would move to a through-floor lift usually after considering a stairlift. Now, unfortunately, stairlifts don't solve all problems. Extra mop stick rails or banister rails don't either. For example, if an elderly grandparent was in a property, there'd be maybe a mum and dad and grandchildren, and a stairlift could actually be a hazard for the other occupants in the property. So it's good to then look at a through-floor lift. Now, quite a few years back, a through-floor lift would be a huge hole in the ceiling, would cause a lot of problems and could be £25,000–30,000. Well, obviously people can't afford to pay that, and even the means-tested grants don't cover that. Looking at a Stiltz lift, for example, you can fit them in quite a lot of properties, and they're very well budgeted for. They can be sort of assessed for, set up and installed within a matter of days, which is fantastic. A lot of people have lived in the same home for a long time. So if you've lived in the same neighbourhood for 25 years, for example, we're in Cardiff, there's a lot of people we visit in the Welsh Valleys. They might have 5 or 6 family members in that vicinity. The GP knows them, knows the family. If you're having to go into that property and you can't build an extension or do anything for them, and a stairlift isn't appropriate because maybe an old miners type property where you can't do anything with the stairs, being able to put a through-floor lift in means you can keep them at home. And essentially our job is to enable somebody, regardless of disability or impairment, to stay at home.